All wings report in.
HouseDog, standing by.
MotherGoose, standing by.
Lowtech Tuck, standing by.
Lock S-foils in attack position. Animal Squadron ready for battle.
Well, hello there, and welcome back to the Animal Squadron podcast. I'm one of your hosts, HouseDog, and with me, as always, the other front showrunner of this flying dumpster going through a million miles an hour, making the Kessel run, the one, the only, the Chewie to my Han, Lowtech Tuck.
What's up, everybody? Also, too, Dog, do you remember whenever we made the Kessel run in 6 parsecs? You remember that?
You can do whatever you want to me in 6 parsecs.
That was our last best time for anyone who wants to know. We're just the best to ever do it. That's all I'm saying.
I know, I kind of went in a deep cut there with the garbage can.
Yeah, that's mini episodes back.
It feels like forever ago.
We're reviving it.
We haven't talked about Yariel in a minute. I think he's all right back there. I don't check on him.
Yeah, I think after this episode, maybe we should check in on him, see how he's doing, see if that fishbowl helmet's still working for him, or if he's okay, or if he's alive, or
he'll be fine.
Or if he's out of hot Cheetos. Should we get him more hot Cheetos? Or,
no.
What's up?
He has enough. He has plenty.
He has plenty of hot Cheetos.
Lick the bag.
And we got one of those dollar bags, the kind that your mom would give you for school, one of those real small ones. That's all he's got. That's his
the
year's
variety
supply.
Pack.
Yeah, he's just got the variety pack. That's it.
No, I think about the Yariel Poof Robot Chicken skits so much.
Oh yeah, the pizza guy one. That's ingrained in my brain forever.
It's him on the lunch line at the Death Star that always gets me, and he's wearing that really bad disguised mustache.
Yeah. Oh, that was clever. I like that they did that.
A little segue there, but that did remind me, and nobody mentioned it, and I forgot to track it, but the new Lego special came out, I think, about a month ago.
Oh, is that Rebuilding the Galaxy 2?
Yeah,
or
Rebuild the Galaxy 2.
I haven't even watched that. Have you?
Yeah, of course I have.
Oh, okay. Was it good?
Yeah.
What did you think about it?
Yeah, I want to watch it again. I want to watch the first one and the second one again, because I feel like I forgot so much, which I'm kind of sad about Rebuild the Galaxy 2. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's hilarious. I love how much they lean into the fan stuff, like Darth Jar Jar and Evil Rey and just all those things that were memes or whatever. It's hilarious. Jabba as a Jedi, white suit Vader, all that stuff is great. I love it. But I think that means we're not getting any holiday specials this year, and I'm kind of sad about it. I love Lego holiday specials.
Me too. Well, and also is this the first year in a few years? Because last year I think we got Summer Vacation, or was that 2 years ago?
I think Summer Vacation was... Hold on. I've got my thing up right here.
Yeah, I mean, I could be way out of touch on this. I don't know.
Let's see here. It came out in 2022.
So I'm way out of touch on this. When the Halloween one came out.
The Halloween one was before Summer Vacation.
Okay.
Yeah, that was 2021. That was the previous year.
What about Christmas special?
Christmas should have been 2020.
Oh, okay. So we haven't had one in 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah, Christmas was 2020, and then we got Halloween the next year, and then Summer Vacation the next.
They need to do more of those. I mean, that was a great idea.
Oh, I love them. They're one of my favorite things.
I think we should write in when we can expect Thanksgiving, and then also maybe an American-only one for Independence Day.
I was thinking a Hanukkah.
Oh, that'd be cool too. Yeah.
Find out who's Jewish in Star Wars. That'd be interesting.
That would be. I feel like they just gotta go with a random holiday, like freaking Arbor Day or something.
Arbor Day. Very well. Andor,
season 7. I mean, it's season 2, episode 7.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Messenger, an interesting title.
Messenger.
Yep.
That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense with what happens.
It does, but it doesn't. We'll get into it.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Once again, we have time skipped here. We are 1 year later after the events. Once again, putting the date in the wrong way. BBY2 instead of 2BBY. I don't know who's running Star Wars right now, but it's upsetting me. May have to write in a strongly worded letter.
I would encourage you to.
I think I will. Yeah, but we're drawing ever closer to Rogue One and, of course, the events of the main Star Wars story as we know them. Do you think we'll get another time skip here this season?
Well, how many episodes are left? I forget how many are there total.
I believe there's 12.
Is it 12? 12. So we've only got 5 left, so we're over halfway. I don't think so. I think this is our only time skip.
I don't know. I could see us moving like right up before the events of Rogue One.
Maybe in like episode like 10 or something.
Yeah, because I mean,
11.
we've got to get K2 at some point.
I thought they meet him in Rogue One. Is he there before?
It felt like their relationship had been.
Oh, okay.
So maybe.
Yeah, I guess I don't remember.
Maybe we get K2 this arc. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
I love Alan Tudyk.
See our boy.
He's great. But yeah, 2BBY, we start off on Yavin. Not a whole lot going on in this episode. I mean, there is like politically and things, but I felt like this was one of those episodes that it's the beginning of the arc, of course. So I'm hoping for a really good episode 2 and episode 3 of this one.
Yeah, honestly, I was going to say the same thing, that this episode was mostly just simple setup.
Yeah, but every time we do a time skip, we have to kind of re-meet the characters, reintroduce everyone, kind of figure out where the holes have been in the past year, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's also like, these are 12-episode seasons. Things have to move along in order to get to that Rogue
like, for
One
instance,
story.
Cassian's been shot a while ago. Did that happen last arc? Or is that something that we'll learn later?
I assume something we'll learn later, because last we saw Bix and Cassian, if anyone doesn't remember, they blew up that place on Coruscant and then walked into the distance. And now we're on Yavin. They've presumably not talked to Luthen in this past year, because it seems like they've been a part of the larger rebellion in trying to get things more organized, create an army, yes. And they're no longer the spies, single man army in the background that we have been for the past 2 seasons.
Well, yeah, it's like Vel says, like, we're no longer Luthen's puppets.
Mm-hmm. Should we just take things in order if you want?
Order? Or we could go, there's, I think, 3 really distinct character arcs. So we could either go character arcs or chronological. Which one do you want?
I'm fine going in order, because I feel like this episode flows like singularly, like the whole storyline through in a way. But it's us. We'll probably go back and forth. What does it matter?
Oh yeah, the content will get there.
It'll get there. But yeah, like I said, open up on Yavin with Bix and Cass and the return of Williamson.
Yeah, who is alive and apparently doing well, but being very secretive.
Yeah, it's just from their conversation in the beginning that was very short. He's being very secretive about where he's been, what he's been doing. Not necessarily saying he's been working for Saw or Luthen, but we know he's been in contact with Luthen and things like that.
Yeah, and he says to Cassian, he said, Luthen said to ask you, are you ready? Because he heard about the shoulder injury, and Andor says he would only know because you told him. And then they just go back and forth, so it's just kind of interesting.
Yeah.
What's Williamson been doing?
I don't know. And Bix looks better, so we can assume she's dealing with things more easily. Yavin seems to be going good for both of them, for Cass and Bix. It kind of seems like they've been able to stabilize their relationship and I guess build something of a home there, it seems like.
Yeah, because I think the opening scene for Yavin is she's trying to help him with his shoulder. He's fighting her about, no, I don't want that, blah, blah, blah. And then like they're right about to kiss, and then Williamson shows up. And he's like, oh, I can come back another time. And they're like, no, don't you dare. You're welcome. Hello.
Yeah.
So
you watch with subtitles, right?
No, I didn't. I watched with my headphones on, so I didn't need subtitles.
Oh, okay. Well, if you were watching the subtitles, this opening scene almost played like the beginning of a sex scene, because we get that wide shot of like their hut in the jungle, and the subtitle says Cassian, and then, groaning.
Oh.
And I was just like, oh.
We're going there.
We got some jungle boogie going on. And then it's just him trying to get his shirt on. No jungle boogie.
No trouble. Well, I mean, there's probably some inferred, but none on camera.
Is that how he got the laser burn?
Well, they're very. Oh, maybe they're doing some crazy stuff, but but they're clearly still very attracted to each other and still love each other. So I'm sure there's probably some Jungle Bookie going on.
Yeah, I mean, a lot's now that we're talking more about this and everything, and time skips and whatnot. I'm just thinking of the places we have to get to for Rogue One, and I'm like, K2's got to come back. Bix has to die.
Or leave.
Or leave.
One of the two.
There's a lot.
And we've only got 5 episodes to make that make sense.
Not only for it to make sense, but for it to be believable. I'm really excited to go back to Rogue One and see how that's all going to transpire, because after spending so much time with Andor and everything, I think Rogue One will be a way more interesting watch, but I really hope that this show will help support that movie even more and really lift it up.
Yeah.
Just for me personally, some people, Rogue One is their favorite Star Wars movie. It has no Jedi or anything in it.
Yeah. But yeah, living in a world where you like Rogue One would be weird.
I don't hate Rogue One.
See.
I've never hated Rogue One. It's
you.
just never been my cup of tea. But no, I'm just excited to see where we're going to go with that. And like you said, 5 episodes is not quite a lot of time.
No, we've got about 200 minutes. That's 3 hours and 20 minutes basically.
Yeah, we've got a Lord of the Rings extended edition of content to go here.
Yeah.
And a lot of story to come.
It's wrapping up quick.
But yeah, we get a quick flash to Gorman. Things are not like how we left Gorman the last time we were there. The Empire has completely occupied the city. We have some news reporters talking about some bombings and things and how no terroristic group has claimed anything. And the political intrigue is quite interesting. And it's becoming more and more World War II. And I think going back and looking at what George was trying to do in the original films, we talk about it all the time, the World War II influences, the Japanese influences, the Vietnam influences. I think this is how George wanted things to look like. I feel like these are the details in the shows where we get these moments where you see a city occupied and some more events that transpire later that we can talk about. I think those are parts that he really wished he could have had the time on.
Oh yeah, it's definitely faithful to his original intentions, I think.
Which is always good to see, and I think reassuring for longtime fans, to see those moments where you see a city occupied. And he definitely got those moments with Clone Wars,
Yeah, but this makes the Empire a lot more real, I think. Like it's not just that they're in these silly looking white plastic costumes and these flared pants and they're nicely dressed and they happen to look like a certain World War II villain. I mean, like it makes them more real, and they're more like you care more because they're
there's more humanity
real
to it. And it's in a different medium. It's not a cartoon, it's live action, which I think also makes things a bit more believable for some people. For me, it doesn't really matter. I'll take Clone Wars all day. I'll take live action all day as well. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I love both shows. Clone Wars and Andor are great. But yeah, no, I'm totally with you. And with Gorman, like you even hear Cyril later mention that they're bombing a naval yard and he wasn't even told about it.
Yeah.
And he was like, what's going, I mean, like, you expect me to be here and to help, but you don't even tell me about the evidence you're collecting or what's going on. And so Cyril's just not in a good spot right now.
Right. Yeah. We get that quick flash to Gorman. The city is under lockdown. They have a curfew. Very war-torn Poland before the war, I guess. Occupation. There we go. That's the word I needed. Very occupied Western states feel. And then we flash back to Williamson and Bix and Cass, and the real reason why Will has come to Yavin is finally revealed, and that's to go and take out Daedra because she is finally on Gorman. And he's trying to sell Cassian on this idea of we need to go take her out. And I love that he tries to convince him that it's not a revenge mission. But what he says later, whenever they both arrive on Gorman, completely contradicts that point. Right. That this is nothing more than a revenge mission. Although Daedra is moving her way up in the ISB and things are supported by that, I think in a few scenes from now.
Yeah, well, they even mentioned that now Daedra is, I think she's a senior director or something. She's up there now.
Which is quite interesting.
I mean, she was up there earlier, but in the past year, I mean, she's gotten promoted, certainly.
Which is quite interesting just in the lore of Star Wars, because, you know, we've talked many times about the Empire was not set up for alien species to move up in ranks, which is why Thrawn's story is such a big deal. And we could talk about Thrawn for the next 3 hours if we really wanted to. EU and current canon Thrawn, both amazing.
Let's keep it to Andor for now.
But we'll keep it to Andor for now. But Thrawn's story is such a big deal in the Empire, but just women in general in the Empire are also, you know, that's why Daedra is such an important character, I feel like, in modern Star Wars for women, you know, more representation, things like that. Although, you know, Leia's always been around. Leia's always been a badass. And George, on many occasions, has said, the only heroes in my stories are women. He was like, Han's an idiot. Luke's just a farm boy that never knows what he's doing. Leia's a general.
Yeah, right. And also it's cool, too, that we get to see on the other side. Because you don't really get to see many Imperial women at all. Mm-hmm. Nor do you get to see any Imperial women that are of high stature.
Right. I think the only other time has been Rebels. There were a couple. There was the one blonde chick that was on their home planet on Lothal. She was like the governor of Lothal.
Yeah, but she was, I think, a political figure mostly.
Yeah, she was. She's actually in a Thrawn book. Mm. Yeah, in the new Thrawn series, she's actually in there. And then there's another dark-haired female in Rebels that replaces her, the blonde chick, I'm pretty sure, as the governor of Lothal.
Yeah, and then, of course, we see Inquisitors.
Yeah, Inquisitors, of course.
Yeah, but ISB is just kind of, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
But yeah, all of that to bring up Daedra, because that scene flows into the next one where her and Partagats are having a telecommunication work-from-home call.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're having a Skype. I kind of got lost in this scene. Would you like to take this one?
Yes. So, the gist of it is Partagast is informing Daedra that she's to go to Gorman now.
She's already there.
But that Gorman, that there's no other options. So, Krennic was looking into another solution other than whatever's on Gorman. But, a quote from Partagast is, he says, I'm unaware of the direct science behind it, but there's no alternative. We desperately need, the Gorman.
Yeah, it's like crystals
stuff.
Or something.
Yeah. And also he informs her that he decided to take this call early and call her because Krennic, he, and I want to say the Emperor are in a meeting, and then they directly released him to make this call.
Yeah.
So that he can inform her what's going on and how important Gorman is and how they can't lose it.
Mm-hmm.
And how basically if they... Oh, and he said we're going to move forward with the original plan, which I can only assume means that they're going to use Cyril to destroy the rebellion on Gorman. Because one thing that Daedra says to Partagast is she's like, you realize they're armed now? And he says, that's only better. And so, I mean, he's planning on wiping them out violently, I think. And, just really, really tightening the grip is what that meeting's about. Mostly because there's not really any other options for them at the moment.
I think Gorman is going to be no more after this, because I think during the summit meeting at the Eagle's Nest, they're basically going to do some deep core mining, and essentially that could destabilize the core of the planet and basically turn it into a wasteland.
Which I think that's definitely what they're going to do, especially now that Krennic has realized that there's no alternatives.
Yeah, and there was also a mention of Edu, which I know is important. He said the lab on Edu, I can't remember, it might have been an EU thing, but Edu was important somewhere at some point. I can't remember why. Either that or it was a line from the original trilogy. I can't remember anymore. But I know Edu isn't the first time we've heard of it. So yeah, they're going to basically glass the planet. And I think the plan is to do the deep mining and then somehow blame it on the terroristic cell that's there that has quote unquote been doing these bombings and such.
Yeah, which could make sense with, you realize they're armed now. Great. Like, that's what we want. That's basically what Partagaz said.
Yeah.
Is like, I want them to be armed. I want them to, so that we can make them look like terrorists, or we will have a strong position for killing them and stating that they were terrorists and no longer needed, blah, blah, blah. Like, I mean, either way, the propaganda would work out, whether they bomb them, shoot them, whatever. Like, they're in a great position for the propaganda to work out for them.
Yeah, which is why I find this era of Star Wars so interesting as well, is because in the original trilogy, they have the Death Star, right? So it's so easy to rule the galaxy whenever you have a Death Star.
Well, yeah, because, I mean,
in concept.
It's extraordinarily hard to try to hold a planet, but if you can blow up a planet, pretty hard for people to not listen to you.
Exactly. So the political games here are still very important, and it's been very interesting to see that dance done in this show. And I think that's something we have to remember as well.
We're in an empire that still has a Senate, which I believe by the time of A New Hope, the Senate's already been dissolved. So
more or less.
We're in the last 2 years of them having a Senate.
Yeah, more or less. Because once this battle station is completely operational. Because that's one of the threats that Tarkin makes to Leia in A New Hope. She's like, she says something and he's like, oh, the Emperor no longer needs this. Oh, because she makes a threat. She's like, I'm going to tell the Senate or whatever.
Oh, yeah. And he says something about dissolving the Senate. That basically they could at any moment just dissolve the Senate because they don't need them.
Yeah, he no longer needs the Senate. Oh, no, I think it's the boardroom meeting. It's the boardroom meeting where Vader chokes the guy.
Yeah.
I think it's in there.
The guy who looks his boss in the eyes and says that his religion's stupid. and then Vader just chokes him out right there.
Oh, dude, I love that dialogue, though. Your ancient wizard ways.
And he just, okay.
Time to die.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they have that conversation, and Partagaz mentions, he's like, I've basically positioned the ISB to where we're sitting at the left hand of the Emperor, and we know who sits on the right, and that's Vader. So he's basically like, don't worry, I've cozied us up so far up the Emperor's butt, you don't have to worry about anything anymore. I just need you to make sure this planet gets destroyed, we get our crystals, and we get out. That's all you got to do, Daedra. But I just don't feel like that's going to happen.
Well, and also, too, just because as soon as she walks out of that meeting, she seems like she's happy because they can finally start to move forward. And then Cyril meets her in the hallway, and he's clearly, like, upset because they're not telling him anything. Like, they bombed somewhere, and, like, he didn't even know about it.
Yeah, and he's still working the resistance because he's like, I've talked to my people, and we didn't do this. So who did it?
And he's desperately trying to get information. Daedra can't tell him that information. And it ends with Daedra showing emotion. And
I don't know.
And telling him, like, telling him basically that our only option is for you to keep doing this and to do what I told you to do, and then we can go back to Coruscant. We can live together again. We can be together again. And so, like, it's just kind of interesting dialogue with a very forceful kiss.
I know. I love that Cyril had balls for all of 20 seconds, because whenever he first shows up to the office, he asked one of the security guys, the black guy in the gray suit, in the gray Imperial outfit, he's like, where is she? Not even like a good morning, I'm here to work, where's, ISB agent Daedra or whatever. He's just like, where is she? He's like, she's in a meeting, she can't talk. He's like, that's not what I asked. Where is she? And I'm like, wow, it only took a year, and Cyril now has like some confidence and some balls. And then he's walking down the hallway to meet Daedra, and she puts his puppy ass on the porch within a matter of seconds.
Right. Anyway, but yeah, they're in a. We'll see what happens.
What comes of it? Yeah. Pack your bags and be ready to leave when I tell you.
Yeah, and that's also too whenever Cyril says that later, whenever he says to that girl in the Resistance, I forget her name, but that his place is worried about outsiders. I think he's somewhat telling her the truth.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because with the bombing and not knowing it, he is worried about outsiders. It's just who those outsiders are. So
Isn't that the thing, my friend? We get a brief time with Mon as well. Right after we have our wonderful Cyril and Daedra interaction. I want more. Give me more, please. And I guess this is her aide, I'm figuring.
Yes. Yeah, and he did show up in an earlier episode.
I figured.
But he's her like senatorial assistant.
Yeah, her aide.
Whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Her little guy. Her little
fella.
Who follows her around.
Handles her reports.
Yeah. And then he also has a sick burn on the driver.
Yeah.
Whenever she's like, I need to hire a new driver, and he's like, don't do that because you might accidentally pick a smart one.
Yeah, they might send us a smart one.
Yeah.
Because she's known Cloris has been a spy the entire time. And we're also, I'm glad you brought that up, because that brings up the point that they're also cracking down on Coruscant, because the driver is like, will I be, driving you into work? And she's like, no, it's a beautiful day out. We'll walk, which I find hilarious because the weather on Coruscant is controlled.
Right.
But okay. Yeah. Whatever. I can, suspend that disbelief. Because besides us, and by us, I mean people that read the books, read the comics, watch the movies, that sort of thing. Nobody besides us would know that Coruscant's climate and weather is not scientifically
man-made, like completely. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's controlled weather, at least on the surface, the upper levels of Coruscant.
But also therefore the lower levels too.
Yeah. Whole point of that, Coruscant's cracking down on security and everything, which I found interesting.
Well, I mean, it's where the Senate is, and it's kind of the home of the Empire, so.
Well, it's just kind of seeing these final days of this is how he does it. This is how the Emperor does what he does. It's slow. It takes years, but we as the audience know to the point that we're getting to where, yeah, he would want to know where all the senators are at one time, because if the day comes and he wants to quote unquote dissolve the Senate.
Oh yeah, well, but it's classic Palpatine with just like, he starts it off with a handshake, and then over time his hand just slowly moves up until it's at your throat, and it's too late.
Sheev.
That's what he does.
Sheev, no. Sheev, please. What do you think Sheev's safe word is? Wait.
I think it's more, I am the Senate. It's like, oh, sorry.
Maybe it's unlimited power. Maybe it's power,
Yeah, maybe. And maybe he's just telling Mace Windu to stop with unlimited power. Maybe he's just saying like, dude, you're blocking my lightning at me. Please stop. And it's just how he knows how to do it.
Sorry that I have to turn every character into a sexual deviant every episode.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's part of the fun.
It gives me nightmares, but it's okay.
I could only hope.
I'm just, ruined forever, but it's all right. It's
We've
fine.
been friends for 20 years. I figure if I haven't ruined you by now, I haven't done my job.
It's too late for me. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, Mon is talking. I assume this guy is the senator for Gorman.
Oh, the guy who tells her basically like, protect yourself.
Yeah,
they're coming for you.
And I
This
appreciate
isn't good.
all your help and everything. And she's like, well, we're doing some sort of pact or something, because in one of the news reports earlier in the show, as scenes are passing by and all those reporters are there, we get like news stories while the scenes are passing. They do mention that Gorman, because of the terrorist attacks, have now gone under blockade. And with Partagat's and Daedra's conversation, he's saying it's 48 hours until D-Day. So the fleet's on the way, and there's already been a blockade set up. So all outside help is now done for. Just a little thing. Yeah, then it's basically French resistance.
Yeah, French resistance. And also, I notice now, I didn't whenever we were originally talking about it, but Gormish, the language that they speak on Gorman, sounds a lot like French. It's a lot of like talking out of your throat and all that stuff. Like it really does. I'm just now noticing that.
I'm glad I have you.
Glad I have you.
Oh, but yeah, I love that the guy that caused what Cinta, Penta, Hinta, Octa, whatever.
Octa, yeah.
Yeah, the dude that
Octave.
in a way got her killed is now part of the resistance. I love that he's there.
Yep.
And I love that he's the voice of reason in this meeting, because they're all fighting over, like, is now the time for action? Is now the time for peace? Do we sleep in the shadows? And
Wait, that's the guy that tried to save her.
yeah, he's the one that carried her.
Well, yeah, but he's not the one who got her killed. He was trying to save her. He's not the one who pulled the trigger.
In a
That was
roundabout
that
sense, he showed up in the alleyway when he wasn't supposed to, and then that guy shot her because he was trying to shoot him.
Yeah,
Butterfly
right.
effect, my friend. But I love that in that meeting where they're all fighting with each other, that he becomes the voice of reason. And he's like, guys, we have to start fighting each other. We are Gore. I love that.
We are Gore.
We are Gore.
We are Gore.
I am Groot.
Meek.
Meek. Shout out to my boy Meek from Planet Hulk.
That's right.
The cartoon. Not Thor, all right?
Oh yeah, no.
That guy is an
The cartoon,
abomination.
for sure.
That's not my Meek. Hashtag not my Meek.
Well, in the live action movie, Meek's dead already.
I thought they'd bring him back. They're like, remember, they're
maybe.
like, oh, Korg is like, oh, Meek's not dead.
Yeah, no, it's still not near as good as the cartoon though.
No. Or Korg. Korg is like a badass in Planet Hulk.
Yeah, I do like live action Korg though.
I do too. He's
the
goofy.
way he says revolution, it just really cracks me up.
Korg.
I like it.
This is Meek.
We're starting a revolution.
Oh, that
You
guy.
can be new Doug. That was old Doug.
Doug's dead.
Oh, beautiful.
This is why we're friends.
And also too, I remember watching the cartoon Planet Hulk
Yeah.
as a small child at your house. So
It's pretty sick. We should do it
There we
again
go.
sometime.
I'm down.
Yeah. After the French Revolution, we go back to Andor and Bix on Yavin. We interact with a force healer. What were your
And Andor
thoughts?
doesn't believe it.
How do you feel about them not retconning, but once again, Star Wars has found itself in a place where they're having to explain things that happened in the sequels?
Force healing. I mean,
Which,
force healing's always
Yeah,
been
I gotta backtrack,
somewhat
too.
a part of Star Wars, but it's never really been
at the
part of
forefront.
canon
Yeah.
until very recently, like past 15 years recently. So, I mean, I get that it's always a thing and it always will be a thing, but I don't know. I guess I was fine with it at this point.
Yeah. You're just kind of letting Star Wars do its Star Wars thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm tired about arguing that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just like,
it's not worth the effort, really.
yeah.
I mean, I'm like,
force healers, fine. Yeah.
I'm good with, not necessarily fixing things, but it's like the only thing I could probably compare it to is like whenever the Night Sisters started doing the zombie thing, And it's like, I don't ever remember anybody having a problem with there being zombies in Star Wars through witch magic. But once again, that was Clone Wars, and only children and us watched Clone Wars.
But also they brought it back in Ahsoka
Yeah,
with the Death Troopers.
yeah.
So
With Thrawn's remnant, yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I'm all right with it. The force healer thing. I honestly was kind of with Andor though. I thought maybe she was just like a crazy lady who was just trying to heal people, but then she does, which is crazy.
I was of the
And
same
Andor
camp.
still doesn't believe it. Yeah,
Well,
which is interesting.
once again, it's a story element of Andor's fighting so hard to not be the person that he is. And I love that they're using Bix as that springboard to get him to who Marva told Cassian who he was in season 1. And once again, that's why I think Bix is probably going to die.
Yeah, because she's helping make him who he's supposed to be.
Yeah. And I think her death will really be the catalyst for him to go, I am the messenger. Because that's what the Force healer tells him. She's like, I know you, but I don't know you, but I know who you are. You're the messenger.
That's where it fits. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And even Bix says she has dreams of Andor being this messenger, this leader, this person, this catalyst for good in the world. Like that he has a larger role.
Oh, and his message is delivering the Death Star plans.
Yeah.
He's the messenger. Okay.
It's like
Gotcha.
poetry talk, it rhymes.
Thanks, George. Appreciate it.
Made this little green guy. And I convinced Carrie Fisher there was no underwear in space. It was pretty sick.
The 70s were a wild time.
Yeah, no, but Andor does get healed. You're right. So
It does.
I don't know.
Kind of sick.
Andor's kind of pissing me off a little bit, but I guess that's what you call character progression.
That's right. And also, I did think it was funny in the next scene whenever he and Williamson are flying in to Gorman. Or wait, they're flying out of Yavin or into Gorman? I forget. Anyway, they're flying
Into
to go to
Gorman.
their mission into Gorman. And he's like, oh yeah, you said go in low, right? And like Williamson's clearly scared. And he just like, pew, goes straight toward the ground and just scares the crap out of him, which I thought was kind of funny. But.
Yeah, right before that is whenever they're prepping to leave, Williamson and Andor, and one of the like officers from Rogue One is like, hey, where are you going? And it was like, I've filed my exit flight plan. He's like, yeah, with no destination. What's up with that? And he's like, look, we agreed upon this forever ago. The moment that this place becomes somewhere that I can't come and go, I'm out. Because the guy is like, he's demanding, he's like, you got to announce an allegiance here, man. And he's like, I'll be back soon. We won't be gone long. Because the ship they're taking is supposed to be getting retrofitted with like better comms or something. And it's just like, Andor, come on, man. Which I didn't realize that guy, the white dude that's in Rogue One, he's a British actor. And the only reason I know him is from this Netflix show. It's a British show. It's called Sex Education.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty funny if you like British humor, which not everyone does.
I do, yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty funny, but he's the headmaster in that show.
Oh, gotcha.
And I wish that I would have realized that so long ago, because comparing him to his character in that show to him in Star Wars is hilarious.
I'm sure they're just total opposites, probably.
Oh, yeah. He's kind of a loser in the British show. Yeah. And in this, he's like this hard, like, general guy. And it's funny. But yes, then they fly into Gorman, and Andor's kind of messing with Williamson a bit. Oh, we also skipped over. I'm so glad that I keep the episode up. Right before it gives us that scene on Gorman. Also, can I bring... Sorry, dude. I'm in like 3 different directions right now. Yeah, first direction I want to go in, they're leaving Yavin. How do you feel about the updated look of the giant planet behind Yavin? I guess that's Yavin like Prime.
Oh, Yavin Prime? I actually like it because it makes...
You like the clean aesthetic?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
I think Yavin Prime could have used an update. It got it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not mad about it.
We've also never been there, so
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's hospitable.
No, it looks like a gas giant.
Yeah. I feel it's like sometimes on the show I give off this vibe of new bad, old good, and that's not my intention at all. I love new stuff. I love new Star Wars.
Well, like, I mean, for example, I'm totally with you that the old binoculars.
I knew we were going to bring up the binoculars.
Looks so much better. Like, the old grainy ones look way cooler. Also, too, like, the old maps look way cooler. The old HUD looks way cooler in the ships. Fight me. But, yeah, I like new Yavin Prime.
Besides that
new
fighter
Yavin Prime is okay.
From the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
That one was cool. But yeah, we got to see like the proper like Yavin system here in this little flash, and I just wanted to get your opinion. And then right after that, we flash back to Gorman real quick before they fly in, and we have all these new recruits like coming into the city, and Daedra is like, "These are boys."
Oh yeah, the tactical team. Yeah,
she's like, "These are just boys. Like they're literally fresh cadets. Like they don't even have anything."
And my theory is they're the ones who are going to have to take out the insurgency. Like, that's why.
I had a different theory.
They're answering. Oh.
My theory is...
You think they got them because they're hapless 18-year-olds?
No, I think they're going to die.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to be used for propaganda purposes. They're going to die in an explosion or something. They're going to be like, look at these new recruits that were ready to serve their empire. They were at the beginning of their career, and these monster insurgents have killed them all.
Oh, maybe.
Like these fresh recruits from the academy.
That sounds very Imperial. I could believe them doing that for sure. Actually, I'm changing my theory to your theory. I'm with you.
But yeah, I was like, oh, just another good, Star Warsism of just child soldiers. I mean, they're all, presumably 18 years of age or whatever, but...
Well, and also their officer doesn't really seem like he knows what he's doing either.
Yeah, because him and the tactical officer have that little interaction where he's like, am I going to have problems with you? And the dude's kind of like, oh, this guy's serious. He's not a fun officer.
Yeah. And so I think, with what you just said, it makes a lot of sense that they just grabbed a bunch of fresh faces with an officer who's already proven himself to not be a great leader and just kind of have them all be cannon fodder for propaganda.
Yeah. This guy's just been at the academy spitting out fresh cadets and now he's here.
Yeah, or it's like, maybe he's I don't know how long it takes to become an Imperial officer, but like maybe this is his first assignment. Or his like second or third, but he screwed up the other two. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe that I got, is that he's not at the academy because he's done a good job serving the Empire. He is at the academy because he hasn't done a great job serving the Empire.
Yeah, and this is like last straw demotion kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we've just kind of stuck him here.
Like maybe he's been a paper pusher for the past like 10 years, and this is just where they're like, hey, man, we have a great, exciting opportunity for you. You're going back into combat. Come on.
But not combat. We just need you and your first 15 platoons, all right? Just grab their backpacks, put them on a bus. We'll be fine.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the fly-in that you've already brought up, which I don't think we need to talk about that more. It was hilarious. I think Andor was definitely getting back at Williamson a little bit.
Oh yeah, for being so secretive and being a little bit of a turd, that kind of thing. Yep.
And then we're back to Vel and Bix on Yavin, and they presumably haven't seen each other for a while. I thought this was a really good moment for both of these characters that have been through quite a lot, not just within the past year, but this entire show.
Yeah. So Vel now her job is, what did she say? She's just scaring the new recruits or something.
Yeah, she's working intake.
So and then she also is doing that because she needed a change of pace, needed to do something different, doesn't want to smuggle anymore.
Yeah, because you have Bix, who looks very refreshed, healthy, and then Vel just looks really worn. Like, she looks like someone that's gone through a war. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and she kind of has. I mean, like, with just her last operation that we know about, whenever Venta gets killed and they're at the, they were going through all that insurgency stuff. I mean, that had to be hard on her. So she's probably now just starting to get back to normal.
Yeah, compared to
rock bottom
Vel now, as compared to like Vel even at the wedding, like all of that princess like fakeness is completely gone. Like, I don't think she can wear that hat anymore.
Yeah, she's been broken, which is very sad. But
hopefully she's getting some rest now.
Oh yeah, yep.
And this is also where we get the reveal that the reason why she comes by is to have a talk with Bix about telling Andor to get his head out of his butt. Because she's like, hey, Cass doesn't realize it, but they're trying to promote him. They're trying to make him a real player in this alliance, and he just refuses to.
Yeah, like he's a leader now. Like, we want him. Yeah.
Yeah, we need people. We need generals.
Yeah. And then what does Bix say? When you need him, he'll be ready. Or something like that.
It's very Han-esque. It's very Han and Leia-esque.
Yeah, he'll be ready when you need him. Oh, I forget. It doesn't matter. The principle's still there.
And
she's defending him. Yeah.
Just to clarify that point of it feeling like Han and Leia, the difference between Han and because like people will say, you know, Cassian's a Han ripoff and stuff like that, and he's not. I feel like Cass is his complete own character, completely different from Han. Sure, like some of the bones may be the same, but like Cassian's always meant to have been a leader, and the story points and the beats and the progression of his character have always pointed that to where, like, yeah, Han will help and he's a good friend, but Han's not a general, and he even says that many times in the story, and his character arc is supported by that.
Han backs out of stuff, like in the beginning.
Yeah.
Whereas like Andor's fully committed.
Yeah, but Han was never meant to be a leader, and he always said he never wanted to be a leader.
That's what I mean. Like, I mean, it takes a decision for him to want to join the rebels. Like, he didn't really, you know, it was just a smuggling job to him for a while.
Yeah.
But that's part of his character, and that's why it's so cool that he changes. Whereas Cassian, this is what he was born for, and he knows that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just fighting it.
Just different people.
As opposed to Han being like, this isn't who I am, and you guys are trying to make me be that guy, and I am not that guy.
Yeah. Right.
I am Han Solo, the cool spice smuggling pirate.
So, and really, with that in mind, they're kind of opposites in a lot of ways, which I like. I like that. I think it's cool.
Back to Gorman again, if you didn't have anything between Val and Bix left.
No, we hit the high points.
Easy day. And so this is the moment where I say that this is 100% a revenge mission, because we're on Gorman. It's the evening, curfew has started. Cassian and Williamson have met up outside of, I believe, the cafe that he originally went to the first time he was there. And they're having...
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they're setting up parameters for the mission of, hey, our first meeting point is this. Our second meeting point is the ship if everything goes to shit. You have your comms. People are set up. There's my guy. I have to go my way. You go your way. And right before they depart, they give each other a quick hug. And I believe it's Williamson, he says for Ferrex.
It's actually Willman.
Yeah, I know.
I like that we keep calling him Williamson. It's fun.
Yeah, he tells Andor while they're in that hug, he says for Ferrex, and Andor replies with Sky and Stone. And I was like, this is a revenge mission 100%.
And also too, whenever Cassian goes into the hotel, the bellboy recognizes him.
I have to say, I think this was my favorite moment of the episode.
Me too.
Just the relationship that seemed, I wouldn't say insignificant, but you couldn't have imagined that it would lead back to this point of where whenever he visited Gorman the first time and he interacted with this desk clerk, the bellhop guy.
I mean, we presumed that we'd never see him again.
Yeah.
Understandably. I mean, like, he was just a side character.
And I really love that in our first interaction between them, Andor, obviously it was to get to this point in the show, you know what I mean? But that moment was, I feel like that moment's still so special in and of itself, regardless of whether this moment would ever have happened, of where we see Andor really take the time to sit with somebody who's been through a tragedy and go, no, tell me, I'm trying to understand your planet. I'm trying to understand your people. Tell me.
And I think that's also too why this guy is somewhat loyal to Andor. Because that's why he warns him. He says, like, she is going to report you, dude. Like,
yeah, you've got until tomorrow afternoon to do whatever you need to do. And that last comment he gives him after he hands him the key and he tells him about the report, he's like, you can take your bag. You remember the way.
Yeah. And then he winks at him.
Yeah.
That's it.
It was such a special moment between them. And I just, like I said, I think that was my favorite part of this entire episode. Just that quick little interaction that gave a lot of humanity to a little side character, which is what...
Well, that's the cool thing about this show.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is I feel like this show really... Those moments really shine over everything.
Oh, yeah. And also, too, I mean, for years, I remember talking to you, like, whenever we were kids about, like, man, I really wish we could get just, like, a gritty, real Star Wars project. And I think we got it.
I think we got it. Yeah. And so Andor goes up to his room, checks in with the French, and then starts making plans to snipe Daedra across the way.
I do have to say, his gun is really cool.
Yeah. I watched it on the TV.
It's one of those... It's one of those, I think it's in Rogue One, when it's one of those that you can build it into anything. but it's just cool that it was like in a suitcase, the pistol's there, but then also long barrel, short barrel, magazines, scopes, stocks, whatever you want. I was like, that's cool. Like, that's really cool.
I know.
Yeah.
I love that. They did it in Clone Wars too.
Well, yeah. And they've done it in name any spy movie ever.
I know.
But
I was really
it's
hoping
cool.
that the gun would be like a DL-44. Because, the DL-44 you can configure into a rifle configuration. But I was like, it's not going to be a DL-44 because that's Han's gun. And Cassian has his little blaster that's different. And they're not going to give him a DL-44. But I had hope.
Yeah. It's sick.
Sorry, I'm just noticing something. I don't remember him taking that little hand mirror out and sticking it out of the window. And there's guards on the roof.
Yeah.
Did not remember that.
Yeah. Because he hears them. Like, he hears radio, and he's like, what is going on? And, like, he opens the window, and, like, he's pretending that he's just, like, wanting some air. And then he, like, sticks the mirror thing out, and he sees those guys up there, and he sees that the stormtroopers are there. And I don't think he's going to be able to take a shot from there without having to kill those stormtroopers. I think that's why that's important. He's kind of having to figure out another way to do this.
And he's probably figuring out times as well, because, guards have to rotate what side of the building they're on. And I don't know. Dan Gilroy has done it again. But that's Andor this week, my friend. Any final thoughts or anything else going on? Any Star Wars stuff? There was a death in Star Wars just quite recently. Drew, I can't pronounce his last name. It starts with an S, but he was the artist that would do the posters for Star Wars.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he just died.
Yeah, I'm presuming since that was in 2 years, 50 years ago, he was probably pretty old, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Probably almost 90.
I think he was in his 80s from the things that I saw, but yeah. So lost him this past week, which is sad, but who knows? It sounds terrible, but maybe there's another great artist out there, and now he gets to shine and continue that work, man.
Well, and also, they already are. It's just different media forms now, like it's the ability to draw posters like in the old days. It's just a different way of doing art. But that's the cool thing is that, like, Star Wars just keeps going, and there's always new stuff to enjoy about it.
Yeah, that happened. And then would you like to guess our current ranking on the Million Podcast Top 100 Star Wars Podcasts?
96.
Would you like 3 guesses?
Sure. Can I have a hint?
You've got one of those numbers right.
Oh, okay. How about 67?
No, but I'm glad you have that much hope.
98.
My friend, right in the middle, 86.
Hey, all right. We'll take it.
Yeah, man. We're rising up, people, so keep reviewing us wherever you listen to podcasts. If you'd like to be a part of our conversation, where can they email us, Tuck?
animalsquadron@gmail.com. Again, and correctly, that's animalsquadron@gmail.com. Please talk to us. Let us know what's going on. If you like it, hate it, want to argue, want to talk, get on in there.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Thanks, everybody. See you next week. Goodbye.
Adios. Bye.